Yo, this is Sun, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Facial Gum, also known as Grunt, the artist team's called Grunt, and welcome to part 2, or episode 2 of my How to Begin with Yoga series. So in this video, we are going to do Sun Salutation B, or in yoga terms, it's called Surya Namaskara B. Now, I would assume that you have practiced or you know about Sun Salutation A or Surya Namaskara A already upon watching this video. If you haven't and if you don't know what I'm talking about, the link to that video should be somewhere in the screen or in the description down below. So click on that first, watch that video first before we move on to Sun Salutation B. But if you know what I'm talking about, if you practice, Sun Salutation B is basically the second thing you do when you practice or your yoga. So it's basically a continuation of Sun Salutation A. You normally do Sun Salutation A 5 times, followed by another 5 rounds, this time of Sun Salutation B. Now, the two of them are very similar. Sun Salutation B is just a little bit more difficult, not really difficult, but add additional poses to the Sun Salutation A sequence. And with that said, it's a bit more intense than Sun Salutation A, but it also acts as your warm-up for your yoga practice. And again, if you want to practice, if you want to, just get started with yoga, just do Sun Salutation A 5 times, Sun Salutation B 5 times, and you're all good. You are all good for your practice for the day. So with that said, I think intro is over. We can just come to standing again. Same thing, you don't have to have a mat. If you don't have a mat, you can just wipe the floor clean and just practice on the floor. Just have an arm's distance apart and of space, and you should be good. And with that said, in Sun Salutation A, just a quick warm up just in case you have forgotten. Bring your big toes together to the edge of the room or your mat. Heels slightly apart. As you inhale, just bring your hands up, look at your hands. As you exhale, gently dive forward, hands down to the mat. You can bend the knees if you want to. Relax the head down or keep your legs straight if you can. As you inhale, lift the head up as high as you can. Keep your hands down. As you exhale, step back your right foot followed by your left foot, then bend the elbows. If you can, keep the knees up. If you can't, just bring the knees down as you bend the elbows, coming down to low push-up. Point your toes. As you inhale, straighten the arms, head up, push, and lift the knees up if you can. And as you exhale, gently bring the toes in, lift the knees up, look at your knees or look at your belly for 5 breaths, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you inhale, look forward and step your feet between the hands. Exhale, head down, fold forward. Inhale, come to standing. Bring the hands all the way up and look at your hands. Exhale, release the hands down. That's Sun Salutation A. Let's do one more round. Inhale, hands all the way up, look at your hands. Exhale, dive all the way down, hands down, head down. Inhale, lengthen, bring your head as high as you can. Exhale, step or bend the knees and try to jump back to plank as you bend the elbows, coming down to low plank. Point your toes to the back, straighten your arms, head up, lift your knees if you can. And exhale, bring the toes in, stepping forward if you have to, pushing with your wrists, lift the butt or hips up as high as you can, and stay for 5. 4, keep the head in,
looking at your knees all the time or looking at your belly. 3, 2, and 1. As you inhale, look forward, bend the knees if you can, and jump your big toes together. Exhale, head down, fold forward. Inhale, come to standing, bring the hands all the way up, look at your hands. And exhale, release the hands down. That's Sun Salutation A. Sun Salutation B comes after this. Okay, now instead of just bringing the hands up, Sun Salutation B, we bend the knees first, then bring the hands up and look at the hands. Now, how I like to do this is just bring the hands to the sides of your body, fingertips. As you try to bend the knees, try to touch the fingertips down to the mat first, and bring the hands together and look at your hands. Now, that's our starting position. Everything else, the same. So, let's try and begin again. As you inhale, gently bend the knees, try to touch the mat, bring your hands up, look at your hands. Exhale, slowly dive forward, straighten the knees, hands down, head down. Inhale, lift the head up as high as you can. Exhale, step or jump back. Bend the elbows, coming down to low push up. Point the toes, straighten the arms, head up to upward facing dog. And as you exhale, bring the toes in. Adjust your feet if you have to, downward facing dog. Now instead of staying here for 5 breaths, this time you want to step your right foot in between your hands. So try and just lift the right foot. Do not or no need to lift it up as high as you can. Just lift it in front, tuck the knee to your chest, and step it forward. Now if you're having a hard time here, step, step, step. Or just try to wiggle the foot forward, but try to keep your hands down to the mat. Try not to lift your feet up. So from here, as you inhale, tuck, and try to step, or step as far as you can, and wiggle the foot forward. As you inhale, come to standing, keep this knee bent, this leg straight, and bring the hands up. Hands together, look at your hands. This is called your Warrior 1. As you exhale, gently bring the hands down, dive forward, hands back to the mat beside the right foot. Step the right foot back, step the left foot if you have to, and come back to your plank or low plank position. Same thing, as you inhale, straighten the arms, head up. And exhale, bring the toes in, adjust the feet forward, head down, back to your downward facing dog. Now left side, same thing. As you inhale, look forward, step or bend the leg first, step it forward, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Adjust the leg if you have to, just twist it. Try to flatten the heel down and come up to standing. Bring your hands up, look at your hands. Now some forms of Sun Salutation B will tell you to lift the heels. Some drop down the heels. For this one, just drop down the heels. Maintain a stable footing as you bring the hands up. Again, bend the front leg, straighten the back leg. Look up towards your hands, Warrior 1. Exhale, bring the hands down back to the mat. Step back and bend your elbows. Low push up. Inhale, point your toes back. Straighten the arms, look up, upward facing dog. And exhale, bring the toes in. Adjust the feet forward, head in, downward facing dog. Now we stay here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now as you inhale, look forward, bend the knees, step or jump both feet together, heels or toes together, heels slightly apart. Exhale, head down, fold forward. This time, bend the knees again as you come to standing. Bring your hands up, bend knees, look at your hands. And straighten the legs, release the hands down. You're done. That is Sun Salutation B, guys. So almost very similar to Sun Salutation A, except some added poses in between. So with that said, let's try again a few more rounds. As you inhale, gently bend the knees, touch the floor with your hands, and bring the hands up, look towards your hands. As you exhale, straighten the legs, dive forward, hands down, head down. Inhale, lift the head up as high as you can. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump back, bend the elbows, coming down. Inhale, point the toes, straighten the arms, look up, upward facing dog. Exhale, bring the toes in, push your hips up, head in, downward facing dog. As you inhale, look forward, step your right foot between your hands, bring the hands up, look at your hands, warrior one. Exhale, bring the hands down in front, stepping it back, bend the elbows, low push up. Inhale, straighten the arms, point your toes back, knees up, upward facing dog. And exhale, push your hips up, bring the head in, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, step the left foot between your hands, flatten the back heel, bring your hands up, warrior one. Exhale, bring the hands down beside the left foot, step it back, bend the elbows, low push up. Inhale, straighten the arms, head up, upward facing dog. And exhale, bring the toes in, lift the hips up, head in, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, just look at your knees or your belly. 4 and 5. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees and jump between the hands. Exhale, head down, fold forward. Gently inhale, bend the knees, bring your hands up, hands together, look at your hands. And exhale, straighten the legs, release the hands down. Relax. Good job. That's 2 rounds of Sun Salutation B. Let's try and do it several more rounds, everyone. Inhale, bend the knees, touch the floor, bring your hands up, look at your hands. Exhale, bring the hands down, head down, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the head up. Exhale, bend the knees, jump back, bend the elbows, coming down. Inhale, straighten the arms, head up, look up. Exhale, bring the toes in, looking down towards your knees, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot between your hands, bend the right knee, bring your hands up, back leg straight, warrior one. Exhale, bring the hands down, step the right foot back, adjust the other foot, bend the elbows, low push up. Inhale, straighten the arms, look up, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Left foot, inhale, step the left foot between your hands, bring your hands up, hands together, look hands, warrior one. Exhale, bring your hands down, step the foot back, bend the elbows, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog, straight arms, head up. Exhale, lift the hips up, head in, downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job, everyone. Look forward, bend the knees, hop your feet between your hands, head up. Exhale, head down, fold forward. Now bend the knees again. As you bring the hands up, look at your hands. Exhale, straighten the legs, release the hands down. Good job. Last 2 rounds, everyone. Inhale, bend the knees, bring your hands up, look at your hands. Exhale, dive forward, hands down, head down. Inhale, lift the head up as high as you can. Exhale, bend the knees, hop or step back, bend the elbows, coming down. Inhale, straighten the arms, head up, upward facing dog. Exhale, bring the toes in, lift the hips up, look down, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, step the right foot between the hands, bring your hands up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step your right foot back, bend the elbows, low push up. Inhale, straighten the arms, look up, upward dog. Exhale, bring the hips up, head in, downward dog. Left side, inhale, step the left foot between your hands, bring your hands up, hands together, look hands. Exhale, hands all the way down, step the left foot back, bend the elbows, low push up. Inhale, straighten the arms, head up. Exhale, lift the hips up, adjust your feet, head in, downward facing dog. 5, good job everyone. 4, now try not to look elsewhere. Just look at the one spot toward your knees or towards your belly. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees and jump your toes together. Exhale, head down, fold forward. Inhale again, bend the knees. Bring your hands up, hands together, look at your hands. And exhale, release the hands down. Good job. 1 last round, everyone. Inhale, bend the knees, bring your hands up, hands together, look at your hands. Exhale, dive forward, hands down, head down. Inhale, head up only as high as you can. Exhale, bend your knees, jump, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms, toes back, head up. Exhale, toes in, hips up, head in. Inhale, step right foot forward, bring the hands up, look at your hands. Exhale, hands down, step back, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms, head up. Exhale, hips up, head in, look at your knees or belly. Inhale, step left foot forward, hands up, look at your hands. Exhale, hands down, step back, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms, head up. Exhale, bring your hips up, head in, downward facing dog. 5 breaths, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, and hop your toes together. Exhale, head down, fold forward. And last, inhale, bend the knees, bring your hands up, look at your hands. And slowly release the hands, relax, and you're done. That is Sun Salutation B, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. Try and do this on your own every single day.
Do not start with Sun Salutation B, always start with Sun Salutation A. So 5 rounds without the bent knees, without the stepping forward. Just do the normal Sun Salutation A 5 times, followed by another 5 times of Sun Salutation B. And then just cool down, relax, and we're good. Thank you so much for joining me today. In the next practice next week, I will try to guide you as to how to deepen or how to bring your Sun Salutation A and B a bit higher leveled. But in the meantime, that is good for today's practice. Thank you guys so much for joining me once again. And if you enjoyed this, give this a thumbs up. Comment your thoughts in the comment section below. Share this with anyone who wants to start yoga. And, subscribe if you haven't, because I will do this every single Sunday, starting last week. And with that said, we're done. Thank you for watching. Namaste. And...